a single security camera, a phone's headphone jack, and 23 months in solitary confinement. These seemingly unrelated details could overturn one of Indiana's most controversial murder convictions. So we're looking at three major issues that could each independently warrant a new trial for Richard Allen. That's right. And what makes this fascinating is how digital evidence years after the fact is challenging the entire prosecution narrative. Let's start with what might be the most disturbing element. Allen was kept in solitary confinement for nearly 2 years before trial, allegedly leading to psychosis. And this all stems from a procedural issue where he didn't have legal representation exactly. During what's called a safekeeping proceeding, Allen had no lawyer present despite having already retained counsel. His attorney wasn't even notified when Allen was transferred between facilities. Well, that brings us to the timeline discrepancy that seems to completely unravel the prosecution's case. Oh, this is where it gets really interesting. The prosecution built part of their case around Brad Weber's testimony that he arrived home in his white van about 2:30. They actually told the jury this was a detail only the killer would know. But the security camera footage tells a completely different story, doesn't it? It shows Weber couldn't have arrived until 2:44:54 p.m. And here's why that timing is crucial. The victim's phone stopped moving at 2:32 p.m. This completely destroys the prosecution's timeline and raises serious questions about whether they knowingly presented false testimony. And then there's this fascinating detail about Ron Logan's alleged confession to another inmate. Right, Logan allegedly confessed to inmate Richie Davis, providing specific details that weren't public knowledge at the time, including the use of a box cutter. What's remarkable is that this detail only became significant during the trial when the medical examiner suddenly changed his opinion about the murder weapon. You know what really strikes me as odd? The technology aspect with the victim's phone and those headphone logs. And the prosecution tried to dismiss evidence showing someone plugged headphones into the phone hours after the murders, claiming it was caused by water or dirt damage. But defense expert Stacey Eldridge's affidavit completely dismantles that theory. There's no scientific evidence suggesting damage could cause these specific log entries. So we have digital evidence from multiple sources, all pointing to problems with the prosecution's case exactly, from security camera footage to phone logs to forensic analysis. And what's particularly striking is how these pieces all work together. If someone was handling that phone at 5:44 p.m. and 10:32 p.m., it suggests either Allen wasn't the killer or he had help, neither of which matches the state's theory. This really highlights how crucial post conviction review can be in our justice system. And it raises some serious questions about how many other cases might have similar issues that haven't been discovered yet. We're living in an age where there's more potential evidence than ever before, but it takes time and expertise to find and interpret it correctly. Well, the implications for future cases could be significant, especially regarding how courts handle digital evidence. Looking ahead, this case might set important precedents about how courts evaluate post-conviction evidence, particularly when it comes to technological proof that contradicts witness testimony. The real question now is which of these issues, the constitutional violation, the timeline discrepancy, or the alternate suspect, will the court find most compelling? and it really demonstrates why we need robust post-conviction review procedures. At the end of the day, this case shows that justice isn't just about getting a quick conviction, it's about getting it right, even if that means taking a second look years later when new evidence emerges or previous oversights become apparent.